Saudi's public investment fund has cut its ownership of U.S. equities by 6.3% to $40.8 billion in the second quarter of 2022 compared to the previous quarter. The public investment fund added 16 new companies to its investment portfolio during the quarter and purchased additional shares in JP Morgan Chase & Company, worth $433.7 million. It also took stakes in Microsoft and Google parent company Alphabet. Fitch upgraded the long-term foreign currency issuer default rating on Oman to BB from BB-, noting a stable outlook amid fiscal reforms and reduction of external financing pressures. Fitch expects to see Oman hold a budget surplus of 5.5% and 3.4% of GDP in 2022 and 2023 respectively, marking the country's first surplus since 2013. Real GDP growth is seen to accelerate in 2022 to 4.4% from 3% in 2021, driven largely by the oil sector as Oman increases crude oil production. Australian mining firm BHP posted an operating profit of $34.1 billion, up 34% from the prior year, which was bolstered by an unprecedented demand for coal and copper. BHP shareholders will be paid a full-year dividend of $3.25 per share, much higher than analysts' expectations. However, BHP warned that growth may shrink in the future as momentum slows across many regions. Britain's government says $470.5 million of investment are needed to make hydrogen a cornerstone of the UK's greener future as it targets net zero carbon emissions by mid-century. With prices of gas and subsequently energy prices skyrocketing due to the Russia-Ukraine war, Birmingham has turned to hydrogen, with a plan to introduce 10 hydrogen refueling stations in the next few years and 120 hydrogen buses to the city by 2023. While the Federal Reserve has made progress in cooling the economy, there has still been little convincing progress in bringing down wage growth and high inflation, according to analysts at Goldman Sachs, who predict that it will remain difficult for the central bank to get surging prices under control without a recession. The firm also notes that GDP growth has slowed to a pace where supply can catch up with demand, thanks to declining fiscal support and a much-needed tightening in financial conditions by the Federal Reserve. China's Tencent holding is planning to sell some or all of its 17% stake in the food delivery firm Meituan as Chinese regulators continue their crackdown on technology giants. Tencent has seen the value of its shareholdings in listed companies, excluding its subsidiaries, drop to just $89 billion as of the end of March, from $201 billion in the same period last year, according to its quarterly reports. China is working to revive its economy through infrastructure after July's economic data showed a marked deceleration in property investment. To combat this deceleration, the National Development and Reform Commission approved 8 fixed asset investment projects worth $34.9 billion. China has also issued special bonds earmarked for infrastructure. And according to data from the Statistics Bureau, infrastructure investment grew by 7.4% in the first 7 months of 2022 compared to the same period last year.